We're going to turn to the crash at LaGuardia Airport. 2 pilots are dead, more than 40 others hurt in a collision on a runway. It happened just before midnight. Here's some video when that Air Canada plane was landing right there and colliding with that fire truck. We didn't show you the moment of impact for obvious reasons. NBC5 Investigates Chuck Goudie is in the newsroom right now. He's been following the developments all day. Joins us with the latest. Chuck?
Alex, federal air safety investigators convening at LaGuardia right now, where the Air Canada jet remains on the runway along with the fire truck it hit. And as with most plane crash incidents, there appears to be an intersection of several things that went wrong. This actually beginning with a United flight that was supposed to be taking off for Chicago O'Hare. That Chicago-bound flight reporting an unusual odor on board. The control tower in New York sending a fire truck to check it out. It was that fire truck cleared to cross a runway when Air Canada Flight 8646 was landing from Montreal. This video showing what happened. The Canadian plane just touching down and slowing, but still at 100 miles an hour when it broadsides the New York Port Authority fire truck weighing about 70,000 pounds. The jet cockpit crew killed, a flight attendant belted in but thrown in her seat 300 feet from the aircraft, surviving but hospitalized. Many of the 40 passengers on board have been released after being hospitalized, some passengers requiring no treatment. But this afternoon, authorities are examining radio instructions and conversations to learn how and why this happened. Investigators focusing on a tower controller who cleared the plane for landing on a runway where he'd also apparently cleared the fire truck to cross.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company crossing 4 at Delta.
Stop, Truck 1. Stop. Stop, Truck 1.
So there was mist and fog here at the LaGuardia Airport last night. We had a situation with United Airlines aircraft that had experienced an aborted takeoff. This is the reason why the fire and rescue crew had been deployed. Of course, the Air Canada flight was arriving on runway 4 when the incident took place at the Delta intersection. Again, I want to extend my sympathies to the families of the 2 pilots. These were 2 young men at the start of their careers, so it's an absolute tragedy.
And at that briefing that just wrapped, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy saying that early reports suggesting the air traffic controller working at LaGuardia was not in the tower alone last night. There were others working at the time. But the question for investigators is, was there one controller handling that Air Canada flight from Montreal and the fire truck and the United flight to Chicago the fire truck was responding to? And was that single controller swamped by all those assignments, leading him at one point to be heard on tape saying, "I messed it up"? Marion?
Very difficult story there for sure. Thank you so much, Chuck. A lot left to be answered.